let's dive into the tale of a man who epitomizes this struggle. Albert Einstein, the once-upon-a-time failure turned scientific demigod. How did a mere patent clerk who couldn't secure a teaching job rise to become the most renowned scientist in history? Albert Einstein's journey was riddled with setbacks and failures, making his eventual triumph all the more astonishing. Albert Einstein wasn't the prodigious genius you might expect. As a child, his development was so delayed that his parents feared he might be mentally challenged. Imagine the future icon of intelligence being taken to a doctor because he couldn't speak properly. His slow start gave him a unique perspective, but it certainly didn't look promising at the time. In primary and high school, although he was a top student, he despised the rigid, mechanical German education system. The endless drills, the rote memorization, and the oppressive atmosphere felt like a prison. His teachers, whom he disdainfully compared to Prussian army lieutenants, saw him as a troublemaker rather than a future luminary. At 16, frustrated with the system, Einstein dropped out of high school. He thought he could teach himself better than the so-called educators, but his rebellion came at a price. He renounced his German citizenship to avoid compulsory military service, but when he tried to get into a teaching college in Zurich, he failed the entrance exam. Einstein's university years were a battlefield of mediocrity and defiance. His clashes with Professor Weber, who refused to teach contemporary physics, resulted in career-damaging animosity. Einstein's arrogance backfired when Weber blocked his path to becoming a teaching assistant, preferring to hire engineering students over him. Imagine being the only graduate left jobless, watching your peers move on while you remain stuck, a so-called genius with no prospects. In the midst of these professional failures, Einstein's personal life was equally tumultuous. He found a kindred spirit in Mileva Maric, the only woman in his program. Despite her physical challenges and plain appearance, Einstein was drawn to her intellect. But this relationship added more strain to his life. His parents vehemently opposed it, and when Mileva became pregnant, the pressures mounted. They kept their daughter's existence a secret, and to this day what happened to Liesel remains a mystery. Imagine the stress of hiding a child while desperately seeking employment. Einstein's failures were not just professional, but deeply personal. His father's desperate plea to a professor, begging for a position for his son, went unanswered. It was a humiliating reminder of his perceived inadequacy. 2 years after graduating, Einstein's big break came not from academia, but from the Swiss Patent Office, thanks to a friend's recommendation. A job far removed from his ambitions, yet it was here that he began to form his revolutionary ideas. Even in this mundane role, he faced ridicule, a third-class patent clerk, a far cry from the academic respect he craved. Despite the menial job, Einstein saw potential in the everyday problems he examined. His meticulous nature and relentless questioning laid the groundwork for his scientific breakthroughs. Still, no university wanted him. His sister recalled his bitterness, the icy silence following the publication of his papers. The world wasn't ready for his genius, and he faced rejection after rejection. In 1905, a year known as his Annus Mirabilis, or Miraculous Year, Einstein published 4 groundbreaking papers. These included his theory of special relativity and the iconic equation E equals mc squared. Yet the academic world remained largely indifferent. He was a nobody. His revolutionary ideas met with skepticism and silence. Einstein's personal life continued to crumble. His marriage to Mileva was strained, overshadowed by his growing infatuation with his cousin, Elsa. To secure a divorce, he promised Mileva his future Nobel Prize money. It was a bold, almost desperate move. When he finally won the Nobel Prize in 1921, it wasn't even for his most famous work on relativity, but for the photoelectric effect, an insult to his monumental achievements. Einstein's relentless pursuit of knowledge and his insatiable curiosity drove him to explore the mysteries of the universe until his final days. His quest for a unified theory, one that would explain all physical phenomena, remained unfulfilled. Even on his deathbed, he scribbled equations, a testament to his lifelong dedication to science. Einstein's story is a harsh reminder that the path to greatness is paved with failures, rejection, and ridicule. He was often seen as a misfit, a loser, who didn't conform to societal norms or academic expectations. Yet his unwavering belief in himself and his ideas ultimately led to his triumph. You can fail all your life and be misunderstood by everyone around you. But if you believe in yourself, if you persist through the darkest times, you can achieve greatness. Einstein's life teaches us that true success often lies on the other side of failure. So dare to be different, dare to fail, and above all, dare to believe in yourself.